One of the most common reasons you'll hear for why people love D&D is that you can do anything. But that's a lie. So many players and dungeon masters come into the game with the expectation that the party should be able to do whatever they want, and that mindset ends up hurting their games. I'm not only talking about the obvious, over-the-top stuff that players might try to pull, like leaping over canyons or sprouting wings to fly. Most folks understand that when people say you can do anything, they mean your player's choices can influence the story and take things in new directions. You really can say anything you want, or have your character act how you see fit. The problem is that too many players see it as a license to go nuts, and instead of respecting the game and other players, they view it as a power fantasy for them to burn down however they want. D&D and other TTRPGs are at their best when everyone is committed to having fun together. As a dungeon master, you can only prepare so much, so when players are constantly ignoring plot hooks, killing NPCs, and generally engaging in murder hobo behavior, it's really frustrating to never get to use anything you had prepped. And as a player, when you're trying to stay in character and engage with the world, it's so annoying to have fellow party members that are constantly burning down every bridge you build, and never even trying to interact with the campaign in a meaningful way. And yet, a lot of people put up with that behavior. When you look for DMing advice online, you'll constantly hear people warning against railroading, taking away your player's agency, and forcing them down whatever path you want them to take. So dungeon masters are afraid to set any limits at all on what their players can do, and end up running games where instead of having fun, they're just dealing with the stress of players who go in random directions. Setting boundaries and expectations is an important skill for any DM to learn. You don't need to control what your players do or how they react to every situation, but you can absolutely push back when players are constantly trying to take things off the rails every chance they get. If you only have the bandwidth to make a more linear game, that's okay. Your players can still get so much freedom in how they tackle every challenge you throw their way, even if the story stays on a straighter path. But communicating with your group and making sure everyone understands what kind of game you're trying to run is important to having it all go smoothly. When the players buy in, everyone wins. And if you are a player, when you only view D&D as a way to push against boundaries and pull crazy stunts, you're missing out on part of what makes the game so great. All of my favorite moments in this hobby, both as a dungeon master and a player, have come when me and the party were fully bought into the game, wrapped up in the story that we're telling together. I love when my players do things that are way out of left field or super different from what I had planned, but only when it's done because they genuinely feel like that's the best course of action, or what their character would choose in that moment. That feels so satisfying, because I know they're just as engaged as I am. And when they are goofing off, it's a lot funnier when their jokes and hijinks are related to what's going on around them, not just random acts that feel totally out of place. So no, you can't really do anything in D&D, and just shouldn't, because the game works better when everyone is on the same page. Whether that's telling a fun story together or killing monsters and taking names. You don't have to be serious all the time, and you can still take big swings that change the world. But when you put in the effort to actually be a part of that world, it'll be so much more rewarding. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your own thoughts and whether or not you agree in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leaving a like is always appreciated, and you should consider subscribing to the Bard's College. I make videos all about D&D, DMing, and everything in between, so stick around. But for now, good luck, and remember, crit your players.